what a scene we're going to have. Full checkerboard environment. Not just the end zones that are checkered, but we've been set up with a full checkerboard going throughout this stadium. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Tennessee's offense will have the football first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Volunteers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Vols with the 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lane. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Vols will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. So Kentucky's offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. And when you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the end route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal blocking.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to throw, it's Saunders. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. Quick spin on the run. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Simmons. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, yeah.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Back to throw, it's Saunders. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Patterson. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Pressure coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Wildcats.
No fucking
First points of the day are on the board. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it, and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got it in the middle of Jefferson. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and flow. Nice job reading the defense and beautiful pass.
Now on 1st down from the 40. They'll go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass. It's Lane. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And we've come to the end of 1, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Quarterback keeper. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. There he goes. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Vols had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And after getting it right on the edge, they'll try to punch it in on 3rd down.
You know, I really like this QB running.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Fired in from the red zone toward the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Saunders. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Makes the quick grab. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They want to run this quarterback. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Ball they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Off from the shotgun. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to throw. It's Saunders. Looking left. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They took their time out of the game, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
Well, and the defense did.
He unleashes a long one. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football. Nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Vols will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to pass, it's Saunders. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Give to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll run for it on third and short. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. No fair catches here, looking for room. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. A quick pass to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it off! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Volunteers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Might as well give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Now on the move. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lane. Fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments.
Breaks into the open. stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll turn to the jet sweep to try to convert. Nowhere to run. Stuck behind the line. It'll be 4th down, and that's probably going to do it for the half anyway. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off to the lone back. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage.
Lots of room to run. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Here's the handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to pass. It's Lane. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Vols will punt this one away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. slithers into space.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
Going to swing it on second down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Wow, well, the offense a play ago comes up with a big completion down the field, and they decide to go right back to another passing play to see if they can add on to it, and they were not able to protect the quarterback. Big missed opportunity.
On his feet at the 40. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on third down. Dropping back, it's Saunders. Snagged in the middle, it's Washington. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Hands it off. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Patterson. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards of pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. This is a designed run. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7. The Volunteers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking to throw at Saunders. Grabbed in the middle, it's Simmons. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Kentucky going quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback will keep it. Turning it on! A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Patterson. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. Here we go. The give to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stopped.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You can tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it. And it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
He leaves it with his back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers are on the move. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Got room at the 35. Into the second. Touchdown, Tennessee. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Offense in a bunch formation. To the air. It's Saunders. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Finding open areas. Powers through the defender. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Gilmore.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught in the backfield, it's Patterson. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Leaves it with the back. Finds some fresh air. Got the first down and still on his feet. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown ball. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Strong, firm tackle. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To the air, it's Saunders. Bringing the heat. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
And the Vols trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Looking for room at the 40. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, running back on the move. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football. They want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. The Wildcats started this drive backed up in their own end, and now and he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw. It's Lane. There's the pressure. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Vols send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.